Hello, everybody. This is Melissa, the insurance exam queen. And I wanted to talk about insured versus named insured versus first named insured because I've had a few questions about that. So, an insured is anybody who is covered by the policy. So, let's say that I have car insurance and I'm driving in my car and I crash into you. You are now an insured on my policy because my policy will cover you since I crashed into you. Now, you're not going to be named on my policy. Your name won't be on my policy. It'll be in the claims. But because my policy is liable to pay out to you because I crashed into you, you are now an insured. So an insured is anybody who is covered by the policy. Again, you have car insurance. Your grandma gets into the car. She slips and falls on her way trying to get into the car. She can get medical payments. She is an insured on your policy. So anybody who is covered by your policy is an insured, whether they are named or not. So you are an insured, and anybody that you hit or crash into, anybody that your dog bites is going to be a named insured, or I'm sorry, is going to be uninsured on your policy as well. Now, a name insured is a person who bought the insurance. That's the person whose name is on the declaration page. They bought the insurance. It is their policy. That is the name insured. Then you have first named insured. Now, first named insured is not used in regular insurance. It's actually only used for commercial insurance. So in a commercial insurance, this is a policy that is for a business, and someone at the business needs to be responsible for being able to discuss the policy with the insurance company. So like if you own a business, like, you know, your job as an insurance agent, let's say you're working at, State Farm, you're answering phone calls, working for State Farm, and a phone call comes in and it's from the insurance company for the building. And they say, hey, we've got the coverage on the building. You work there, so we just wanted to ask you a couple of questions. Would you be able to respond to that? No, you'd be like, don't talk to me. I don't know anything about the coverage on this building. There needs to be somebody who's like dedicated at the company who can respond to the insurance company and even set up the policies in general. So first named insured is for commercial policies, and it's basically the designated person that the insurance company is allowed to talk to about setting up the coverage, claims, paying the premium, etc. They don't really ask about first named insured as part of being commercial. They really only say first named insured or who is the first named insured, and the answer is first named insured. Or the question will be whose name appears first on the policy, and the answer is first named insured. That's pretty much the only way I've ever seen them, ask that question, so it doesn't get too tricky. The first named insured is simply the person whose name is first on the policy. And the reason there is a first name on the policy for commercial is so that there's a dedicated person that the insurance company can talk to for the insurance on the business itself. So again, as a little recap, insured is anybody who is covered by your insurance. I crash into you. You are now an insured on my policy. You're not named on my policy, but you are now covered by my policy because I crashed into you. So an insured is anybody who is covered. Named insured is the person who actually bought the insurance. Whoever's that's their policy. They're the ones who bought it. They're the named insured. And then first named insured is anybody, the designated person at a business who can talk to the insurance company for the company. And then one other thing, additional insureds. Now, additional insureds are companies or businesses who are added to your insurance in regard to a specific interest. And what we mean by that is a loan. If you have a mortgage on your house, your mortgage company will be added to your policy via endorsement, and they will be known as an additional insured. So if they have the mortgage on the house, you're making payments on it. If you default making payments, they're the ones who basically own the house still because they've got the big old mortgage on it. They need to be covered and protected under your policy just like you are, because if the house burns down and there's no coverage to fix it, you're going to quit paying your mortgage. You're going to walk away. They want to make sure that they have coverage on it. So when you set up your homeowner's insurance, you're not just covering yourself, you're covering the mortgage company as well, so that if the house burns down, it can get rebuilt. So mortgage companies are added as an additional insured. Now, they're generally not on the declaration page. they're added via endorsement. So they like get stapled to the back and they're just listed as the mortgage company, and they have rights to the policy. They can make a claim on their own as well. Nothing can defeat the position of the mortgage. Actually, even if you as a homeowner do something stupid and the insurance company's like, we're not covering your stupidity, but the mortgage company can file a claim and then they would have to cover it because nothing can defeat the position of the mortgage. And then car loans as well. If you have a loan on your car, you have a lien holder on your car, they want to be added to your insurance so that if you crash your car and it gets destroyed, then they will get paid off on the loan or as much as the actual cash value on the car. So that's additional insurance. So additional insureds are added to the premium or added to the policy in regard to a specific interest. And when they say specific interest, they mean a loan, a mortgage or a car loan. They want to be added to the policy so that if it's destroyed, they will get back their share of that asset, the home or the car. Now, since I'm talking about it, on a homeowner's policy, let's say that you have your mortgage company listed as additional insured and you end up paying off the mortgage. So there's no more mortgage, it's paid off, but you fail to delete the mortgage company off of your policy. And this may be a test question. They say, so-and-so had a mortgage with XYZ Bank. They have since paid off the mortgage, but they failed to remove XYZ Bank off the policy. XYZ Bank is still listed as an additional insured. The house burned down. The insurance company is going to pay out for it. How much will they pay out to XYZ Bank? And the answer is nothing. Even though they're listed on the policy, if they're not owed any money, they're not going to get any money. The mortgage company is only allowed to get as much money as they're owed. And if they're no longer owed anything, they're not going to get anything. So if they're still on the policy and it gets the mortgage is paid off, but they're still listed and then the house burns down, they're not going to get any money. They only get money if there's money owed to them. All right, just got a question. This was my last question. This was my question last week, business on the adjustment exam, what they are not able to do, pay premium, make changes, make a claim. And one more answer, I can't remember. They can do, I don't know if they can make changes. I don't think the mortgage company is, they're allowed to make a claim. They're allowed to pay the premium. But I don't think they can make changes that cost money without the insured's permission. So that might be the answer for that one. Pretty sure the mortgage company doesn't make change. Now, if you abandon the property, so let's say, you give up on the house, you just abandon it, and then the bank takes over, they can do changes on the policy. That one doesn't make sense to me. Name insured doesn't make sense is one of your answer choices. Okay. So that's the insured is anyone covered by the policy. Named insured is the person who actually bought the policy, is listed on the declaration page. First name insured is the person whose name is first, and it's really only for commercial insurance. Additional insureds are mortgage companies or lien holders who are added to the policy in regard to a specific interest, AKA the mortgage or the car loan. Okay, so that's a quick summary of those. By the way, I am hosting a commercial class this Thursday. So in 2 days from now, the details are in check the last video I did. The details are there. Book that. It's finally doing commercial. All right. I'm going to let this go so that it stays a clean video for insured, first name insured, whatever. Please make sure to subscribe. It really helps me out. It allows me to keep doing this full time to be able to support you all to pass the exam. And the more support we get on YouTube, the more videos we put on YouTube, the more free content you get. So love you all. Have a beautiful day.